My name is Chris Seacrest. I am the Technical Development Manager here at Keller in North America. Mainly what Keller does is we do ground stabilization to help buildings be stable and supported. We'll come in on the soils and replace and fix soils as we can. And then my role also helps with our load testing, which is what we're currently going to show today. For our consistent power, welders are one of our things. The load test behind us is definitely another thing. For us, the load tests are very important to have very clean sine wave power. Our instruments are very sensitive, so if we use a generator or an inverter that doesn't have clean power, it will affect our gauges and instrumentation. We've had a couple projects up north where I would say before we started using Instagrid, we were using some of the Honda generators or another generator, and while we were performing our tests, we started getting inconsistent power crossouts, which messed our instrumentation, and we had to restart a test. Some of these tests can cost between $80,000 to $100,000, so it's critical for us. Some of the problems is we may not be able to get close enough to where we're doing the test. So you may have had to run extension cords 100 feet, 200 feet to a spot. Sometimes our tests run for 24 hours, so we would have to do multiple refills on our generators. Now, if we need that, we can have just 2 of the Instagrid systems out here, and we know we have clean power for at least 24 hours to run all day. We liked this, how light the units are to carry out there on the sites. It's very easy for our guys to transport. A lot of our guys are traveling all the time, so sometimes having a generator stored in the back of a truck, they would get stolen. We can take these inside the hotel, charge them overnight, and we have power, and it's a lot cheaper, and our guys are not having to run out to go get gas every day. Inside the Keller company, we have about 22 units right now. And as we go on, we're planning to keep expanding as we find more uses for the units. Our guys enjoy that there is no more noise. We have not had any issues with not having enough power to run a complete test. That was our concern in the beginning, but we have not run into that. And then we're trying to expand them a little bit later on. I mean, the units have definitely reduced downtime. We did use the Honda generator, but they do require service. And when they do start acting up, it usually takes us down. We have to go swap out and get another one. We did do with the Instagrid. We always have backups on there, so if there is an issue, it's just a quick swap and you're back up. They do stand out for our testing that we do behind us. The hydraulic power packs take about 15 to 16 amps. That was a crucial part in trying to find a battery solution, is to be able to handle that high surge of amperage. So they've done that. And the units we've had out here for over a year, we've had 0 maintenance. Those 2 alone have increased us. I just like having it, knowing it's consistent out there for us. If we need power, it's very easy to hand it off to anybody we want. It's consistent. We're not worried about anything, and the lightness of it's great. So the guys enjoy, if they got to go down in a hole, that it's quick and light and they're not dealing with fumes. Our old generators were typically about like 100, 110. It would usually take 1 or 2 guys to carry these down. These, we can have 2 of them in each hand and carry 2 units down simply. I think with Instagrid, the goodest thing we found out is we put it through trials. We put it through summer tests here in Florida. We right now haven't run up there in winter up in Montana and stuff like that. We wanted to find out how well it would handle extreme heat and extreme cold. We haven't had any issues with it, and as the guys are getting them in their hands, they're realizing how much better it is and easier to handle and use. I really thought they would drain energy a lot more than they did. I was expecting that we'd have to swap them out more than we did, but we're finding out that we don't have to. Usually 1 unit runs for the whole day for us for our projects.